Good morning. So a little workshop tip. There are several things that you want to do. One, you want to level your gathering up. Getting it to 20 is extremely important. And then, of course, I advocate for doing leatherworking as far as making the gold. That'll give you the gold to get your gathering to 20. And then, of course, you'll want to do blacksmithing and alchemy. These are the three that you want to work on. Blacksmithing, you want to get it to 20 as well as the alchemy. Alchemy, so you can make, and we'll preview potions here, preview future recipes. You want to be able to, craft you some potions that will help you in leveling. Plus, there's a few other things down here, some dyes if you want. And then, of course, alchemy to me is the best way to level a workshop. Honey, your gathering collects 1 beehive chip. And then you turn around and go to myrrh. You get 3 myrrh branches. Gathering collects your myrrh branches. And then you use the myrrh to upgrade your workshop. There are 3 specific days that you can turn myrrh in to upgrade from 3 to 4. And there are multiple days that you can turn honey in, but you have to watch because 2 of the days actually give you a third of what the others do. But the reason why you want to level your blacksmithing is because your gathering, this is where all your gathering tools come from, or at least the majority of them. The crossbow comes from artificing, as you can see. But you can look here, the hatchet, the pickaxe, the scythe, they all come from this. I think the bucket may come from artificing as well. Yes, the maple bucket. So two come out of this one, the maple crossbow and the maple bucket. And then, of course, tailoring gives you the net. But with blacksmithing, you can level your gathering up the entire way. You can buy the bronze and the iron hatchets from the merchant, rather cheap. You don't have to craft them unless you want to. But you'll notice the worn one, the worn hatchet, and I don't have a worn hatchet on me. The worn hatchet is for level 1 and 2. The bronze hatchet, you see, requires profession level 3. The iron hatchet, and this goes for all the tools, iron hatchet requires profession level 5. And then as we get down here to steel, the steel hatchet requires profession level 8. So 3, 5, 8. Then you get to the mithril. Oh, the mithril's at the bottom of this one. You get to the mithril, you get 11. So 3, 5, 8, 11. Now here's where it gets really squirrely. You go to the black iron. The black iron you can't use till 15. So you want to craft, the steel, the mithril, and the black iron. But whenever we get to the adamantine, look at the adamantine hatchet. Level 18, 360, 360. We will always skip the adamantine tools. The adamantine tools are completely worthless. Jump and go to the hardened steel. Because the hardened steel, and I'm just using the axes, but you get the point. Look, level 18. Level 18, but 475, 475. It's 500, 500 with a +1. So you want to skip the adamantine tools and just go to the hard steel hatchet. There is a major jump. Really, the black iron should have been level 13. the adamantine should have been level 15, and then the hard steel should have been level 18. But since it's not, skip the adamantine tool whenever you're crafting. And this goes for all of them, because if you look, the hardened steel, the scythe, the adamantine scythe, both level 18. If you look at the hard steel file, this is the file for the jeweler's tool, you'll see that it's level 18. But if you go back to the adamantine file, also level 18. The adamantine tools are completely obsolete. You do not need to craft them. You do not need to buy them. You do not need to use them. You can skip clean over them and go to hardened steel and get a better bonus. This goes for the buckets as well. The oak bucket, and in all actuality, let's see, the chestnut bucket's the final one. There might not be, let's see, the oak bucket, let's see, there may not be a pine bucket, but there's several things that you won't need to craft as far as tools, because if you look at this, you can go to each individual thing. Level 20, you're going to have a cobalt pickaxe. Level 20, you're going to have a cobalt pickaxe. Level 20, you're going to have a cobalt hatchet. Here, the scythe, you won't necessarily have to have a cobalt scythe. A hard steel scythe will do you, because this is only level 18. If you have a cobalt one, you're going to guarantee 100/100 here. It's going to be a +1 and a success every time. But you don't necessarily need the cobalt. Now you do need the crossbow, the high-level crossbow, and I think it's the chestnut crossbow. You will need chestnut crossbow there as well for the basilisk bones. Ooh, I can't speak this morning. And then here, whenever you get down here, you'll need for brimstone, you'll need the pickaxe. But if you look here, the scythe, a hard steel scythe should do you on that. But the bucket, or the scythe you should not need a cobalt scythe. Just a little bit of tips this morning as I'm doing some workshop maintenance. Yes, I know I have a quest there. Hopefully that's helpful. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.